So we will continue from where we stopped. Maybe what are we going to do? If you remember, we were talking about application of mathematics in practical situations. So today I'll try to finish that part, that chapter, and after that we will do some revision and finish today's class. And next week you are going to have again progress test from, I mean, the last topics. Okay. All right. So actually we have more things here, but I don't want to talk about everything, every detail. Okay. So in our first class, that is not chapter 8, it is chapter 6. So this one is chapter 6. Okay. So far we have practiced about profit loss as a percentage of cost sale in our first class, and after that we talk about simple and compound interest. And last time also we did a few examples about hire purchase and the money exchange. That's easy stuff, that's why I skipped. Taxation, I don't know, I'm thinking should I teach or not. Let's see, if you're interested you can see this later. Personal and household finances, interpretation and use of tables and charts. So now, and also interpretation and use of tables and charts, that's also, I will skip this. Okay, if you're interested I can give you some material. If you're not, that's okay. This interpretation and use of tables and charts, these are also very important. It's about calculating our utilities bills like electricity bill, or for example if you go to any printing house. Guys, why don't you tell me that you don't see anything? Okay. Eldar, are you there? Can you see something in the screen? Or you just turn it on and left?
No, I'm here. My
What are
internet
you doing, Eldar,
connection.
right now? Lying down or watching a movie or playing a game?
Just lying down and listening to a lesson.
What? Playing? What?
I'm just listening to your lesson. My
Good.
microphone just didn't unmute when you asked me.
So can you see my screen now?
Yes,
Can
it's
you read it?
chapter
What do you see in the screen?
chapter 6, application of mathematics in practical situations.
Situations. Very good. Thank you, Eldar. So I was talking about this applications of mathematics, or just application of mathematics in practical situations. Practical situations means in our daily life situations.
Hello.
Hi, Arat. Okay, welcome. So Arat, we have
Sorry,
just started. Yes.
sorry, I was late. Yes, I went with the last link and because it mixed up.
Say again.
Sorry, I was late because of the link. I used the link before, then I realized that we should use the newest one.
You use the old one. I see. Okay, but actually we informed you, maybe you get confused anyway, because we have updated our schedule and also updated the link. Okay, Arat, it's okay. So we have just started. As I told you, we have already done actually about profit and loss as a percentage of cost sale price, simple and compound interest, hire purchase, and money exchange. That's easy stuff. That's why I skipped this. And taxation, and also I think we can learn later personal and household finances, and interpretation and use of tables and charts. That's also interesting, but it's not hard. Okay, but I will see. Next week you are going to have one progress test again. Okay, and after the test also I will see how is it going. If you get a good score, that means that everything is good. If the result is not so good, I may slow down and we will do some revision, maybe 1 week. Okay, guys, today we will talk about strategies and problem solving. Okay, that is the last part of this chapter, the last section of this chapter. Now, in general, we know that there are a lot of different strategies to solve a problem in math, right? For example, usually if it is related to geometry, we need to draw a picture, right? If it is related to some kind of business problems, we need to create a chart, and or we need to draw a table, and blah 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 blah. Okay, but one general way, what you are studying here is the algebraic way. Algebraic way means we have to model the problem, right? And we need to form our equation, and by, of course, denoting the unknowns with some variables. And after that, we need to solve the equation. That is the most, let's say, the rigorous, the most powerful method. That's why it's used almost in every branch of science, like in physics, in astronomy, or in chemistry. When you're solving a problem, you need to form an equation. That means that you're using algebra to uh, solve your problem. So let's just see a few of the questions. All right, I will show you this question, and next question I will ask you to do the next question, and I will give you 5 minutes to solve the question. Okay, so also, actually, as I told you, in different way we can solve it, but here I am going to show you how to solve these problems using algebra. So every month Mr. Lim uses 1/3 of his salary and 200 more on housing loan. He uses $400 less than half of his remaining salary on daily expenses. He uses $800 for his son's education and saves $500. What is Mr. Lim's salary? Okay, so using the equation here, number one, since we are going to find the Mr. Lim's salary, right? I will just start with this. Okay, let X be Mr. Lim's salary. Mr. Lim's salary. Now using this one, actually, I'm going to write everything. Okay, that is algebra. Number one. So he has some different expenses, right? Number one is, it says that Mr. Lim uses 1/3 of his salary and $200 more on housing loan. So let's say the first type of expense is housing loan, okay? So how much does he spend? He spends 1/3 of his salary. That is 1/3 of his salary. That is 1/3 of X dollars plus 200 more. So that is 200 more dollars on housing loan. Okay. And he uses $400 less than half of his remaining. So now remaining, how much is remaining here after spending this much? Initially, he has X dollars, right? His salary is X dollars. He has already spent 1/3 of his salary plus $200 for housing loan. So how much is left? So it's here, we have 2/3x minus $200 left. How do I know that? As you see here, 1/3x plus 2/3x, that's equal to x. 200 plus negative 200, that's equal to 0. Guys, just a second. Let me take the attendance quickly, okay? Because they are asking me to take the attendance. That's why. Arat, you are here. Okay. Eldar, you are here. Also, you are here. Hussein Talibov, are you here?
Yes,
Hussein Talibov.
but I am not Talibov.
Hussein, your name is Hussein or Hussein?
In English is Hussein, in Russian is Hussein.
So your surname is not Talibov. What's your surname?
My name is Hajiev.
Hajiev.
Hajiev. Yes.
Hajiev. Okay. Hussein Hajiev then. Okay. Present. And the Javid's here. And the Narmin. Narmin, are you here? Okay, Narmin absent. All right. Okay, in grade 9, only Narmin is absent today. Thank you. Okay, let's continue with our class. All right. So, Arat, is everything okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. So in math, as you know, just knowing is not enough, and also we need to practice how to solve questions fast. Anyway, number 2 is the first part is done. So now remaining amount is this much. Now he has 2 over 3x minus $200 left. And it says that he uses $400 less than half of his remaining salary on daily expenses. So let me just write here daily expenses. How much is it? Daily expenses is half of his remaining salary and 400 less, right? That is half of his remaining salary. That is 2 over 3x minus 200 and minus 400 less than this. It is 400. I'm just not writing dollar sign. And the third type of expense here is also he spends some money on his child's education. That is $800. He says he uses $800 for his son's education and saves $500. Number 3, his son's education. Let's say son's education is just fixed amount. That is $800. And number 4 is, what is it? Also, he has some savings, right? And also he saves $500 from his salary, right? So that means that his expenses together, what is it? They form his salary. So now on the left-hand side, if we form our equation, on the left-hand side, I have his salary. He spent his salary on housing loan. How much? That is 1 over 3x plus 200. That is the first type of expense. Plus the second one is daily expenses. That is 1 over 2 times 2 over 3x minus 200 minus 400. Plus, and also say son's education, that is 800, and saving, that is 500, right? That is how he distributes his salary over these expenses. So now what we have here, we have an algebraic equation. So we have to solve this to get to find the value of x, right? Okay, now if you solve this, let me just simplify the right hand side. X equals, here we have 1 over 3x, and here we have 1 over 2 times 1 over 3, 2 over 3, that is plus 1 over 3x, and that's it. Okay, plus here we have 200, 200 minus plus 1 over 2 times negative 100, 200, that is minus 100, minus 100 minus 400, that's minus 500, plus 500 is equal to 0. So we have here only 800, or 800 plus 200, that's equal to 1000. So now here we have 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, that's equal to 2 over 3. And if you take this to the left hand side, here we have x minus 2 over 3x. On the right hand side, we have $1,000, right? So now if you just simplify and multiply both sides by 3, what do we have here? X is equal to $3,000. So what is the question? What is Mr. Lim's salary? Mr. Lim's salary is $3,000. Gusain, is it clear? Did you understand? Or is too easy for you?
I understand.
So Gusain, do you have a piece of paper on your table and pen or pencil?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, now I'm going to ask
Yes,
you one
I'm
question.
writing.
Okay, I will give you 5 minutes, exactly 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, I stop. If you get the right answer, what I give you? I give you chocolate. I don't know how will I send you. Okay, so try to solve this question. Okay, after 5 minutes, we will discuss. Guys, if you are ready, if your paper is ready, if pen is ready, you can start this. Okay. So that's the question. You have to read it for reading 1 minute, understanding, and solving 4 minutes. Okay. Just tell me the answer after 5 minutes. Okay. 1, 2, 3. You can try this question. Time starts now. You have 5 minutes. That's also one SASMO type question, SASMO type problem.
Teacher, it means like then Lily gave part of her sweet to Alvin. It means the continuous of the one before. Which mean each of them like in one step or like.
Yeah, actually, they are just exchanging. The first one, Sume is giving to two of her friends, and the second one, Lily is giving some, and third one, Alvin is giving some.
No, I mean like if Lily like be Y, then as it get in the first step it become 2y, and then in the next step we should minus it or we should start over still from y.
No, still from Y. Because now if I give you some, I have some less candies now, right? You have more.
I
And
know,
second,
no,
after
I
that,
mean,
you're,
I
yes,
mean this is the following the one before which Sume give.
what do you mean, Arad?
No, I mean the one which like Sume give part of her sweet, then
Okay.
Lily gave it. They are continuing or each of them is like separate.
Look, in the question here, Sume gives part of her sweets to Lily and Alvin. Okay. Let's say I have 10 sweets. Maybe I'm giving 2 sweets to Lily and 3 sweets to Alvin, maybe something like this. So that the respective number of sweets is doubled. But now if you give me something, let's say if you give me 3 candies, if my candies are doubled, before you gave me sweets, that means that I had 3 sweets, right?
Yes. No, I mean
Okay.
another thing. Then it said Lily gave part of her sweet. Is mean
Yeah.
Lily is not +2 or is still origin one?
No, now I received some actually, what is it, candies from Sume. So now it is Lily's turn to share her sweets with her friends.
And it consists part of Sume,
Okay, now
the one
Sume,
which
first
it.
time Sume gives to Lily and Alvin. And the next step, Sume is receiving from Lily. In the third step, Sume is receiving from Alvin. Okay, the first step, Sume is giving some to her friends. Second step, Lily is giving some candies to Sume, and Alvin is giving in the third step, right? Each time, of course, we are talking about the same, I mean, those candies. Maybe you are receiving or giving some to your friends.
Thank you.
Also, our hope is from you. Did you get an answer?
No, because I was asking question, I was like didn't solving. Now I started.
uh, all right, it's already time, and you restart
Right.
after 5 minutes past. Hussein, do you have any answer?
Yes.
What is your answer? Hussein. Yes.
Uh, they have 80 sweets.
Okay, let's start with Sume. Sume, it says that how many sweets does each of them receive originally? Sume has how many? Hussein? Eldar, how about you?
80.
That's why your internet is not good. 80. Or is my internet connection bad? Ara, do you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. All right, guys, here, what method I'm going to use here? Okay, I'm going to use this method, find a pattern and working big words, and use a table. I'm going to use this part, and after that, find a pattern, second one, and working big words. Okay, and after that, I will guess and check. So number one is, let me just make a table about Sume, Alvin, and Sume, Lily, and Alvin. Okay, here we have Sume, and here we have Lily, and here we have Alvin, right? First, okay, original, how many Swiss they have, we don't know. We will find out now, okay? So let's say originally how many, I don't know. We're going to find out this, right? In the first one, the first step, what's going on here? Sume is giving some to Lily and Alvin, right? And in the second step, right? And Lily is giving some Swiss to Sume and Alvin. And third step, Alvin is giving to some to Sume and what is it? Sume and Lily. Okay. So here, if you just read the last part, it says that, and also Alvin also gives part of his Swiss to Sume and Lily, so that the respective number of Swiss is doubled. All right. If all three of them eventually end up with 240 Swiss, how many Swiss does each of them receive originally? Eventually, each person, Sume has 240 Swiss, Lily has 240 Swiss, Alvin has 240 Swiss, right? Before this, actually, it says that in the third one, Alvin gives to some to Lily and okay, some is right. Let me have a look. 80-40. Okay, we will see. I think, guys, you didn't understand the question well. Okay. So in the third step, Alvin gives some to Sume and Lily, right? So that their respective numbers are doubled. That means that before Sume has 240, how many did she have in the third step? She had 120. And how about Lily? 120. So that this Alvin gave 120 to Sume, 120 to Lily, so that their numbers are double. So that means that Alvin gave how many? 240, right? 122. Sume, 122. Lily, and after that, she had 240. That means that Alvin had 240 plus 120 plus 120, which is equal to 480. So here, Alvin had 480 before he gave some candies to Sume and Alvin. How about in the second step? Lily is giving some. Lily is giving some to Sume and some to Alvin, right? So that their numbers are double. So that means that what is the half of 120? It is 60. And half of 120, sorry, half of 480, it is 240, right? So that means that Lily, this one is Alvin, right? Lily actually gave away how many? 60 to Lily. So actually he had 120 right here. So 120, he gave away 60 to Sume and 240, so it's doubled. So 240 to whom? Alvin. So that's equal to 60, 300, that is 420. That means that before Lily gave away some candies to Sume and Alvin, she had 420 candies. Let's see the kind of pattern here. And the first one, Sume gave some to Lily and also some to Alvin, so that their numbers are double. That means that 420, half of it is 210, 240, half of it is 120. So she gave away, she had 60, right? After giving away some candies, Sume had 60, plus she gave 210 to Lily and 240 to Alvin, which is equal to, this one is 300, so it's 510. Is it?
Why 240?
Is it 210, 210,
It gave
120, right?
110.
120. Okay. 120, sorry. 120. So that's equal to, it is how much? 330,
390.
390. So that Mrs. Sumay originally had 390 candies, and Lily originally at the beginning, actually she had 210, and Alvin had 120 candies. Okay, the answer is dot dot dot. So the first guy is 390, the second guy 210, and third guy 120.
Teacher, but it said all of them in total of 240. How
Yeah.
it is possible?
If you just continue now, Arad, now if you just start from the beginning, 300, Sumay had 390, Lily had 210, and Alvin had 120. How many
I mean,
candies you should give to Lily so that his candies are double? 210, right? So now, as you see here, you just give 210 to Lily. So now she has 420. 120 to Alvin. Now he has 240. So how many left with you now? It is 60 left. In the second case, now Lily is giving some to you to Sumay and Alvin. So now you have 60, so it becomes 120. And this is 240, so it becomes 480. So how many left with you with Lily now? 120. In the third step, Alvin is giving away some to Sumay and Lily so that their candies are double. So 120, it becomes 240. 120, it becomes 240. And this becomes 240. Now, finally, they all ended up with 200 candies. Because in the question, it says that how many sweets does each of them receive originally, right? Or originally, how many sweets did everybody have?
did you know? I meant another thing. I meant each of them was 240, or if you like add all of them, it becomes 240.
It says how many sweets does each of them receive? Each of them received originally 390, 210, and 120. And finally, each one has equal number of sweets, 240, 240, and 240. Okay? Which one
Okay.
did you understand, Arad?
No, my mistake. I saw that all of them, when you add all of them, it become 240. But the
No,
question it says each of them has 240.
Yeah. If all three of them eventually end up with 240 sweets. Okay, not together. All the three of them eventually end up with 240 sweets. Everyone has 240 sweets. Okay. Arad, you may think again about this question. Okay. Also, I may share with you in the practice questions. Okay. Have a look and read again. And sometimes, you know, of course, also these questions are prepared by humans. Okay. And how they understand this, in this way they are writing the question. And that's why we have to practice more and more, and especially if you practice different questions, so that when you read it, even if there's a mistake, you can understand what they mean. Okay. If you just understand it differently, it may get very, very, very complicated. So that's why also we should understand what is asked here. All right, let's continue. Another question. Also, I will solve this together and I will ask the next question together. The next question will be for you. Okay, in 2005, Mr. Tan received a 10% pay rise. The following year, that means that the next year, his pay was cut by the same percentage when his company turned into a poor performance. After the pay cut, did Mr. Tan take home more or less than before the pay rise? And of course, it is more or less, right? Because in 2005, we are talking about two different situations. Number one is 2005, second one is 2006. Until 2005, let's say that his salary was $1,000. Okay, so it says that in 2005, Mr. Tan received a 10% pay rise. That means that now his salary was $1,000 and it was increased by 10%, 10% of $1,000, which is equal to $1,100, right? So now that is his new salary because of maybe good performance or the company made a lot of profit. So they decided to increase his salary. And it says that the following year, that means in 2006, his pay was cut by the same percentage. By the same percentage means we mean this 10%. When his company turned in a poor performance. After the pay cuts, the second time, and the 2006, did Mr. Tan take home more or less than before the pay rise? Okay, the before the pay rise means we are talking about this 2005. All of the things happened within these 2 years, right? And we are just comparing first the increase, after that the decrease. Actually, is there any change in his salary, the original salary? So now in 2005, his salary was 1,100. Now again, they actually cut, right? 10%. 1100 minus 10% of 1100, which is equal to 1100 minus 10% of 1100 is, what is it? 110,
110.
which is equal to 990 dollars, right? So that means that originally his salary was $1,000, and now he is taking home how much? $990. So what is the answer? Mr. Tang take home more or less than before the pay rise. So Mr. Tan took home less than before the pay rise, right? That is the answer. Dot dot dot. Mr. Tan took home less than before the pay rise. Okay. So guys, I want to just give you one feedback on this, one comment. Okay, what does it mean? That means that nowadays, maybe you are a bit young now. In the future, when you just work with the people and for the company, something, you will actually feel this. Okay. So if you work in a company, or if you are maybe the manager or boss, when we are actually fixing the salary of the worker, we should be very careful, because even, okay, just increase, and after the decrease like this, actually this decrease, okay, in 2005, you made people happy. But in 2006, if you have to decrease the salary, right? Sorry. It should not be, the result should not be less than his salary, right? Because before the good performance, his salary was $1,000. So you need to cut his salary in such a percentage so that its salary will be at least $1,000. So that that's called, we call this, what is it? Let's say your client satisfactory something, or staff satisfactory index something. Okay. And so that you will not make, or you will not hurt anybody. And because of the people that they don't understand math well, or you don't think this very detailed, and a lot of times they hurt people. Okay, first they increase and then decrease, but they cannot actually adjust that balance well. Okay, that's why we should actually know this pretty well, how to calculate, how to add, how to subtract, whatever it is. Anyway, another question, and 25 I will ask. The next question will be for you. Mr. Chen went to a computer shop to buy a personal computer. He was offered a 20% discount. A 5% GST should be levied on the discounted price. Okay, what is GST? I don't know, in Azerbaijan you have this or not. That is goods and services tax. Okay, like for example, at the airport, for example, you will see this. If you go to a restaurant, all right, because they are offering you service, because they are carrying the food and blah blah blah, so also they charge some tax on this GST. Anyway, so it's a kind of tax. Okay, GST should be levied on the discounted price, because if you are buying something in Singapore, usually whatever you buy in the shop, you have to pay 5% GST. Okay, you want to buy a telephone, how much is it? $1,000. The shop says that, and they say that plus GST. Maybe when you come, you will see that. What does it mean? It means that $1,000 plus you have to pay 5% that GST. That goes to the government's budget. That is a tax. So should be levied. Levied means imposed on the discounted price, because you have to pay this tax based on your paying price, how much you are paying, not the market price. However, the new shop assistant made a mistake by levying the 5% GST on the price before discount. Okay, that was a mistake. Actually, he must add this after making the discount. As a result of the shop assistant's mistake, find out if Mr. Chen paid more than he should. Of course, he paid more than he should, right? And by how much more or less the shop allocated for GST. Okay. So now what do we know about the computer shop? I can just take it as X dollars, or I can just take one price. It doesn't matter. But here, let's just solve this for general case. And suppose that the PC price is the marked price, is PC's marked price. Okay. I mean, the price on the price tag, right? Let's say it is X dollars. Okay. So it says that he was offered a 20% discount. So now what is the selling price? Selling price is X dollars minus 20% of X dollars, right? That is, now selling price is just 80% of the marked price, which is equal to 0.8 X dollars. Now you are buying this on this. Okay. So now how much do you should pay? So the total price will be then the what is it, buying price, let's say, whatever it is. So purchase price, let's say the price of the PC for you will be 0.8x discounted price, plus you have to pay 5% GST. That is 5% of 0.8x, which is equal to 0.8, right? Actually, I can just simplify this. What is it? This 5% is 0.05. And in front of the 0.8, we have 1. So here we have 1.05 times 0.8 times x, which is equal to 1.05 times 0.8. That's equal to 0.84x dollars. In total, actually, you are paying this amount, including the GST, so that you can get the PC. Okay, here the question is actually, the first case, the problem is the shop assistant, right? He made a mistake. What mistake? Actually, he calculated GST before giving the discount. So what did he do here is, okay, 840 with discount, without discount, 1050. Good. Okay. So now, first, he added this GST. After that, he made a discount, right? So the price will be, what is it? The price will be 5%, right? So that is 0.8. That is 80%, right? Because he's making 20% discount. And after adding this 5%, that is X dollars plus 5% of X dollar, that is 0.05X, which is equal to, okay, it is X. All right. Who is writing? Hussein, $840 with discount, without discount, 1050. He paid 210 more. Hussein, it is too much. Okay, it is too much. It's not that much, I think. Hussein, let's finish this. As a result of the shop assistant mistake, find out. What is the mistake here? However, the new shop assistant made a mistake by leaving the 5% discount on the price before discount. Okay, he first added 1.05 and after 0.8, right? So that is 0.8 plus 5% of 0.8. That is 5.05. Okay. All right, good. All right, let's continue here. Okay, what is going on here, guys? Wait, I'm a bit confused here. So before making the discount, it is X dollars. Now he's adding the GST, that is 5% of X. So that's equal to 0.05, right? That is 1.1.05 X dollars, right? That's the first step. And after that, he makes a what is it? Discount. Discount is 80%. So now the price is, in this case, what is it? 80% of this one. So 80% of 1.05x, which is equal to 0.8 times 1.05x. So what's the mistake here? Where did I make a mistake? Here first, he make a discount. After that, 5% of this 0.8. So that's 0.05, 1.05. Hussein, what is the mistake? Where did we make a mistake here?
What?
Why did we get the same answer here? 0.8 times 1.05, 0.8 times 1.05.
I make like that. $1,000 is the PC's price. I did it like that.
Okay, if the price is $1,000, right? And in the first case, first he makes a discount. It is $800, right? And plus 5% GST of 800. That's equal to, what is it? It is 0.05 times 800, right? That's equal to 40. So now you have to pay $840. But the second case, first he adds the discount, the GST, right? It is 1,000 plus 5% of 1,000, which is equal to, it is $1,050. Then after that, he makes a discount. Now what is 0.8 times 1,050? So that's equal to 0.8 times 1,050. That's equal to 840. There's something wrong, right? Where are we making mistake here? I don't get it. %80 of X is 800, but now the selling price is 800, so it is plus 5%. Okay, guys, sorry, I confused here. Good, I got it. Okay, here in the second case, it says that a 5% GST should be levied on the discounted price. However, the new shop assistant made a mistake by levying the 5% GST on the price before discount, right? So that means that first, before the discount is, so 5% off before discount. How much is the PC? It is $1,000. That is $1,000. And plus, after that, he made a discount on this $1,000. That is $800, which is equal to $850. Okay. And how about here? It is $840, but here $850. So actually, by how much more or less the shop allocated for GST, it is $10, right? So what is $10? $10 is just 1% of $1,000. So he made a mistake by 1% of the original price. Okay, I think I misunderstood that part, because when you are calculating a discount, you can just imagine that you go to the shop and you are buying PC, right? And you say that, how much do I pay? You ask the price, it is 1,000. And you ask, okay, do you have GST? Yes, we have 5% GST. And the shop assistant immediately calculates, okay, GST is 5% of $1,000 is, it is $50. And you negotiate the price. Okay, do you offer any discount? They say, yes, 20% discount. If I offer 20% discount on $1,000, right? Because that marked price is $1,000. And then he says that, okay, now you have to pay $800 plus that $50. Okay. So actually by this calculation, as you see here, if you just read a little bit, I mean, anybody can be how to say, make this mistake very easily. Even here, I don't know, for some unknown reason we got confused here. That is a problem here, okay? He made a mistake. He calculated, in this case, it is $10 more. The $10 is 1% of $1,000. All right, that's it. Guys, let's solve one more question. I really want to ask you, but we don't have much time. Let's solve them together. 2 questions left. Peter and Paul were given the same amount of money last year. When Peter has spent 2/3 of his money and Paul has spent 3/4 of his money, there was a difference of $250 in the amount of money they had. Given that Peter spent $200 per month, how much did Paul spend in each month? That's also a bit tricky question. So I really didn't understand much. Let's just read it again. We are talking about Paul and Peter. Let's say here we have Paul and here we have Peter. Okay. So they got some money, right? It says the same amount of money. Let's say last year in 2020, for 1 year, Paul had X dollars and also Peter had X dollars. When Peter has spent 2/3 of his money, right? Peter spent 2/3 of his money, and Paul has spent 3/4 of his money, 3/4 of his money. There was a difference of $250 in the amount of money they had, right? The remainder is, how much is left? It is 1/3x. How about this one? It is 1/4x, right? The difference here, because they had, means the remaining amount, right? So the difference is, let's say 1/4. It is not 1/4. It is 1/3x minus 1/4x. That's equal to $200. So how much did Paul spend in each month? All right, so we need to find how much did he spend each month. Or okay, given that Peter spent $200 per month, how much did Paul spend in each month? Okay, so now from here we can first find x. So it is 4 minus 1, it is 1. So here we have x over 4 times 3, it is 12, right? It is 4 minus 3, that's equal to 250. It's not 200, that's 250, because the difference is $250. Now from here, that's $250. So what is x? X equals $3,000. So each boy received $3,000 from their parents to spend in 1 year. That is their allowance or pocket money, right? So actually it says that given that Peter spent $200 per month, right? So actually, how much did he spend within this time? Actually, Peter spent 2/3 of his money, right? So 2/3 of his money, how much he has? It is $3,000, which is equal to, it is $2,000, right? If he spent $200 per month, how many months did he spend this money? He spent this money in 2 months, okay? So what is the question? The question is, how much did Paul spend in each month? So that means that each month means how much actually we actually asked them. After 10 months, we asked them, right? Now we know the period of time here. So now Paul spent how much? Paul spent 3/4 of his pocket money. That's $3,000, which is equal to 3,000, that is 9,000 over 4, or that's equal to 2,250, right? Dollars. So actually he spent $2,250 in 10 months. So that means that each month he spent 2,250 over 10, which is equal to $2,250. So Paul spent $225 every month, and Peter spent $200 every month. It's also a little bit tricky question, but not so hard. And sometimes questions is easy, but we should understand. That is a bit challenging part. Okay, guys, last time I shared one SASMO question. Arad, was it 2004 paper or 2015? I mean, 2014 or 2015?
It was 13.
13.
Yes.
Okay. Guys, that's all about chapter 5. Now I will drop Arad one more paper, guys. Eldar, also Gusain. This SASMO questions are really interesting, challenging, and tricky. It actually teaches you how to look at things from different angles. Okay, so I will drop now 2014. Have a look and try to solve some questions. Next time we will solve those questions. Okay, we will practice those questions, and I have already finished 6 and let's do Friday revision. We will solve SASMO type questions on Friday. And also I will send you some questions from this chapter 6. If you practice, it will be great for you. If you have time, try to solve some questions. Guys, thank you very much. Now I have another class. I will see you or meet you on Friday. If you have any questions, we have a WhatsApp group. You can just drop your question in WhatsApp. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you on Friday.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you.